Hey everybody, hope you're all having a good day. It is Monday, which means it's time to continue our playthrough of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. When last about we had started episode 3, and I'm forgetting the name of it now. My apologies on that one. But basically, where we left out, we did a deduction with Sholmes and figured out that a wax model in a museum has been stolen, and yeah, that's generally where we are. Oh yeah, murder, mysterious disappearance, and stuff like that. The return of the Great Departed Soul. So yeah, oh yeah, we're Madame Tuspel. Oh yeah, we were gonna converse about her, but I want to see something here. Meant to be liar soul, and there is. How did I miss this? Oh, that's a funny place for a little ladder. What is it? Is something wrong? No, it's just that in Japanese, we have a totally different word for ladder that folds in half like that. We do it in English too, you know. It's a step ladder, or just steps. But be careful of making assumptions about other cultures, Bruno. That's how wars are started. Didn't realize step ladders were an international point of contention. The rudder makes an acidic point. Yes. The argument on ladders and step ladders continues. Well, it's changed. These models are so well made. I can't tell what's a wax bird and what's a real human. That's how Huey got a way of making himself a temporary exhibit for the day. Maybe there are other people posting exhibits in here and then. Or maybe all the exhibits are real people. When it's closing time and all the visitors are gone home, they suddenly start moving about. Just thinking about it makes me wish it was closing time already. I'm on my way home. Yeah, these definitely changed. It's just a collapse, man. At least it turned out he's not one of the mass murder victims. Sure, but he is one of the Waxworks victim in a way, isn't he? He's not showing any signs of life. Because he really is dead? Come on, you're always pointing that finger of yours in court. Poke that arm and see how it feels. Objection! Okay, oh, are you right? We did this. We did all this, didn't we? Yeah, we did. This is all carrying over from... Oh yeah, Stone Waxwork, that's now. Tell us more about the Stone Waxwork, please. It was some days ago now, when I came in here one morning, I even noticed that a waxwork was missing from the special exhibit here. It is your most prominent display, so that's why the curtains were closed. And I found the ransom note in this place. The culprit must have broken in during the night and taken it then. So this waxwork that was stolen, it was a model of some horrible criminal, I suppose. Of a particular horrible criminal, in fact. A killer who left a more profound scar on society than any other, I say. Sorry, than another, I would say the Professor. Not a name I've heard of. So, Mr. Naruhodo, it seems the circle is complete. Sorry? The Professor's case happened around the time I was born, didn't it? Indeed it did, Iris. 10 years ago, a series of murders that rocked the capital. 10 years ago? Yes, at exactly the time that Barak von Six graduated from university. In fact, what? Surely he's not saying. So that big event that changed Mr. Reaper's life. As you summarized, it was the professor's kid. It was the professor kiss. Who was this professor then? It was a series of gruesome murders that had all of London gripped in terror a decade ago. After 5 victims were killed, the man was arrested and put to death. And now he's immortalized here in wax for all Londoners to admire and enjoy. Though of course, he happened to be absent and present on account of the abduction. But I don't understand. How is all this related to Lord Van Seeks? You must first understand, my dear fellow, why it is that the professor earned such infamy. It was due to the victims he chose, some of Whitehall's finest. What do you mean, Harry? Those murdered by the professor were some of the highest members of British aristocracy. That's correct. Members of the nobility, is said shockwave is for the country's administration. Members of the Win! Of course! What Professor Herbriane said. Lord Van Seek is from a family with noble blood. Oh gosh! It was Herbriane, I also realized. It was the fifth victim that led to the professor's arrest. The last of the killers she prey was a young noble by the name of Flint Van Seeks. No. I don't believe it! Van Seeks? I'm sure you can piece together the rest for yourself. In the wake of his older brother's murder, the young Barak pursued a career as a prosecutor. And eventually became the Reaper we know today. No idea Lord Van Seek had such a tragic past. Well, I'm afraid that's all I can say on the matter. For the time being, at least. After all, I have work to do. As a waxwork civet. I'm afraid I shall have to excuse myself as well. Oh yes, of course. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Well, none of the predicted scenarios I've been analyzing involved you coming to visit me here. It's been too long. It really has! I didn't see you, Barak. It's been 10 years, and here we are, meeting in a prison of all places. I can't forgive myself for what happened to Mr. Asman. I just can't. I still can't believe it could happen. Tomorrow, the court will decide. Yes. I have a young Eastern man acting as one of my events. He seems reliable enough, though. It was an accident, a terrible accident. He assured me he can prove it. I must warn you. Oh, I know. I heard already. You're going to be prosecuting, aren't you? Yes. Since I've returned to England, I've heard lots of stories. Barak, are you really... What? Never mind. I know that you have my best interest at heart. My friend is on trial. I wouldn't trust it to anyone else. Of course. Fully understand. Thank you, Barak. Till tomorrow then. I'll see you in court. You were actually close to the end of this then. Trial time! Confirmed to work 8:52 a.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Well, I can't believe it's been 6 months since I was last allowed to work in court. And now here I am, back at the Old Bailey. Mr. Naruhodo. Good morning, Professor Harbrain. I don't understand. This doesn't make sense. The atmospheric pressure in here is off the charts. I've never felt anything like it. It's crushing me. I feel every time I'm here. That's probably. Well, this is Britain's highest court. But are you telling me it's playing with some kind of device that can actually control air pressure? I think it's probably all in the mind. Well, yes. Well, you won't let me down, will you, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm counting on you in today's trial to save my life. To see this secret of my super high voltage instantaneous kinetic machine from being made public. Yes, I understand. And what I have to do. I have to establish that the explosion 2 years ago was nothing more than an unfortunate accident. Well, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, really. Just a slow portrayal. My commiseration, Miss Naruhodo. You appear to be lumbered with the most tiresome case here. Oh. Mr. Jones! I didn't expect to see you here. That was very mean, Bruno. Leave me alone at home with Huey. It took me at least an hour to wake him. It is. Are you? Sherlock Holmes! Okay, that was poorly presented. My apologies. You did it, sir. I am he, Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I've heard all about your exploits, even while living in Germany. Sorry, I'm listening in Germany. Ah, yes. Brandon's magazine is on sale in Germany too. This month's installment is sublime. Your deduction and the adventures of Silver Blade is just wonderful. Ah, yes, a memorable kiss indeed. It concerns a snake, I seem to recall. No, that was the speckled band. Well, thank you for coming. I do appreciate your support. I'm sorry to disappoint you, my dear fellow, but I'm afraid I can't say. Oh? I have urgent business at Madame Suspel. You mean your waxport job? No, the wax... For the adoption, of course. Madame has engaged my services. Ah, so you're trying to get to the bottom of the ransom note, are you? The week's wages depend on it. And thus a safe return of the waxport. Naturally. As such, I intend to give it my undivided attention. Oh, well, never mind then. I understand. Of course, with my skills of observation and reasoning, solving the matter will be easy as a proverbial pie. I shall return forthwith. Until I solve this case, I have no money to afford a pie of any description. Oh! Then you must absolutely give me your full attention, Huey. Quite, Iris, quite! But life is riddled with irony, you know? Whenever I give something my full attention, I have a quite insatiable desire for a pie. One in the universe is intractable mysteries, you might say. Oh yes, quite definitely, absolutely, I totally understand. And some of them a little starstruck. I wish you the very best of luck, Professor Herbrain. Why, thank you! For the part, Mr. Hardo. Oh, a word in your ear, if you please. What's this about? As you have remarkably little grounding in sense, I feel I ought to inform you. As compelling as this super high voltage instantaneous kinetic hypothesis may be, a practical implementation such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Ace is quite impossible. But the professor said that demonstration was a success. Yes, it would appear that he may really believe it was. I read the Professor Bunnyman's papers about it too, Bruno, and I have to say, I'm sure it can't be done. It could barely be done theoretically, let alone practically. So he's completely barking up the wrong tree. But how could an experiment that had no possibilities to seem in fact succeed? That's contradictory. And it's that contradictory that will be at the heart of the trial, I have no doubt. What's that supposed to mean? Now, I must hurry along. I wish you the best of luck, my dear fellow. See you later, Harry. Well, it looks like you're on your own today, Bruno. But chin up, you can do it. Oh, what about you, Iris? No, I'm afraid I can't help. I have something I need to do. I see. It's gonna be a big surprise for you when you find out what it is. That sounds ominous. Counsel to the defense and the defendant. Court is about to be in session. Make your way to the courtroom into the courtroom at once. We're on our way. Okay. As an experiment that the laws of science can possibly succeed? Oh, I thought I had moved that forward. And a scientist who's convinced that it did. That's a riddle you have to unlock here. Runosuke. There has to be a key. That's the key to the case. Hey, 3rd of October, 9:10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare the court to be in session. We are sitting here for the public trial of Professor Albert Herbrain. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and the defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready, my lord. I'm 6 months out of practice, and what's more, I'm about to stand today. Is it just my imagination, or does the urn here feel even more oppressive than usual? So, I must say I recollect the victim of this case all too well, Mr. Odie Osmond. Mr. Osmond was well known as a financier, though that was merely a front to the first. Let me try again. Though that was merely a front for his deferred criminal activities. It was only a month ago that the man appeared in court prosecuted by you, Lord Van Six. The jury unanimously found him not guilty. Because every member of the jury had been bribed, by the sounds of it. These powerful London criminals are prepared to go to extreme lengths to keep their freedom. But 2 days ago, on 21st of October, Mr. Osmond met his end. The works of the Reaper, was it? If that is how your lordship would describe divine retribution. But the fact remains that Mr. Osmond's death was a direct result of the actions of the accused, Professor Harebrain. Very well then. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have been selected around to represent the will of the people. Are the six of you ready to fulfill your societal duty? I'm most gratified to have been selected to carry out this important civil duty, my lord. The man's fate in the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly, the skin shivered down my spine. Science, experiment, magic, conjuring tricks, courtroom trials, all is nothing more than performance. Any spiritual scholar that who has every teaching of science deserves to hang. Yeah, we ought to listen though. Who's in court so far? That's a lot. That was a quick corny. Hey, we have to listen to what sides on both sides of the fence, and instead of one. That's it, isn't it? Wasn't like this, man, eh? Wasn't like this at all. Holy, don't bring a gun to court! That's the police killer order. Look alike again. He's as saucy as ever, it seems. Now, I'm sure you're all aware. Incident we are here to judge today tragically took place at the Great Ace exhibition shortly after its opening. Though the death toll could have been far worse, with the exception of the victim, no one was killed. Nevertheless, the dream of the science being exhibited rapidly turned into a nightmare for the spectators. A tragic turn of events, and as such, the eyes of all London's, no, the whole world would be on this trial. It was our duty to reach a swift and just conclusion, I felt. So, your opening statement, please, Lord Fancy. At the heart of this incident is technology never before demonstrated anywhere in the world. One census leads the development, I take it? Everyone's seen to capitalize on the great exhibition to improve Britain's technological advances. The technology is demonstrated. The technology being demonstrated by the accused was described as a super high voltage instantaneous kinetics. Good lord! It's designed to disassemble human suspects using extremely high voltage electricity. And beating them instantly into another location where they are substantially subsequently reassembled. It's such a thing even within the realm of possibility. But I don't believe it, that's for sure. This is assembling people with electricity? My goodness, how shocking! The idea, sir. This hypothesis would never stand up to scrutiny. Sir, I believe you are a fellow of Royal Society, are you not? An expert in your field? I am, and my word on the matter can be considered final. Instantaneous kinetics is poppycock. So this expert, Mr. Jones, our agreement. It's impossible. What's the prosecution's view on the matter? The prosecution will assert that the accused instantaneous kinetics demonstration was a success. What? What? Order! What? The professor's hypothesis is currently under investigation by the British government. If it is deemed to have merits, a substantial research grant will be made available. The accused man used the invention built on his new hypothesis to take Mr. Asmund's life. In order to be the sole benefactor of the grant. But this disastrous demonstration was no accident. It was carefully designed from the outset to end the life of the victim. Thank you, Lord Fan Seeks. The prosecution stance is clear. But you and I bring forth the witnesses to substantiate your claim. Loudly, my lord. Bailiff, show the first witness to the stand. Witnesses, state your name and occupation for the courts. Yes, sir. Tobias Grayson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard's Homicide Division. I was on duty at the demonstration on the day in question and in charge of the following investigation. Albert Herberlein, scientist. You were born in England but have been carrying out research in London and Germany in recent years, correct? Yes, that's right. After graduating from the university here in Britain, I went to work in Germany and made an amazing discovery, which is what brought me back. I had to demonstrate my incredible hypothesis at the Great Exhibition. What you demonstrated was incredibly alright, an incredible explosion. But the science was the success, the instantaneous kinetics work. Everyone saw it. They must have done. Yes, there was a terrible accident, but the demonstration of my hypothesis was a success. Well, that much is undeniable. As shown in this photograph, yes, as shown in this photograph taken by the Forensic Science Investigation Team. This was taken inside the Crystal Tower, I take it. The centerpiece of the exhibit, no less. That's right, my lord. Seems the victim and rammed straight into it. I see. Very well. Submit the photograph as evidence. It looks like layers of thick It's a thick rubber lining sword. I've never seen anything like this before. But applying Mr. Shrooms' method, you might deduce it's part of a raincoat worn by someone who really didn't want to get wet. And the charring might have occurred when the person was struck by lightning. Or maybe not. Ah, there's some sort of lever here. What the? What is this? Why is this a crossbow knife? It looks like a cross between a bow and a gun. I think it's probably used for the same thing too. Oh hey, actually you can turn it into a crossbow. It looks like you wind this around in order to draw the bowstring back to create tension. You must be able to fire arrows with a huge amount of force for this device test. In fact, I would mention it's far more accurate and powerful than a Japanese longbow. I really have no idea what I was picking up when I spotted this at the specific grounds. This groove here. This must mean where the arrows are loaded, I suppose. That's right. It's some sort of boat with an automatic firing mechanism. This would be perfect for someone like me who catches his ear with a bowstring 2 times instead of 3. In fact, I have one of these. Maybe I could have beaten Kazuma in Kyoto archery training. This is the... Didn't anticipate that's being... Hold on a minute. It's like... We just find the murder weapon hidden as a boat. As I heard, the victim of this incident was Mr. Oda Asman. Right, this is Grace and I. There has been a number of allegations made against the man, but putting them aside for the time being. He was the man who financed the research for the experiment and the demonstration itself. I see. So to summarize the situation, the defendant is accused of taking the life of a man who funded his work. Are you correct? Exactly. But couldn't it be that the explosion caused by some sort of malfunction in the apparatus used for the demonstration? That's right! That must be it! My splendid machine! My poor splendid machine! Hey, you saw it yesterday, didn't you? We can't even examine the wreckage thanks to the Special Expansion for Scientific Equipment Act. What? The wreckage? The wreckage? But that being the case, how can the facts be established? How can it possibly be determined whether this was an accident or a deliberate or a malicious act? Extremely simple, my lord. I beg your pardon? Isn't that right, witness? What? Sorry? Me? No, your neighbor. Yes, sir, it was murder. Plain and simple. Anyone could state that with complete certainty. What? How could he possibly think that? Thank you, Inspector. I think we had better proceed to formal testimony. You will now explain to the court on what grounds you claim this experiment had been a front for murder. Front for murder. The corpse that went crashing through the crystal tower had a broken neck. I made a minor miscalculation in the angle of the beam projection. That's all. That was my mistake. But the post-mortem examination revealed another entry. A fatal wound. There was a legend in his chest where he had been clearly stabbed by something sharp right in the heart. But the victim was killed before he went anywhere. And this fellow was the only one who could have done it. An extraordinary business. In addition to suffering a broken neck, the victim was stabbed in the heart. In the heart. Information I would really like to hear from someone other than the judge. The coroner says death would have been all but instant, and from a wound like that. You could say, in fact, that the victim was killed twice by the accused. No, that couldn't be further from the truth. I have here the experiment plans document that was submitted to the security team. Victim stood himself inside something called the birdcage, ready to be beamed instantly. To the second level of the crystal tower, about 25 yards away. The experiment did not go according to plan, however. As the machine was put in operation, there was a large explosion. The blast caused the beam transmitter to point higher than intended. Accordingly, the kinetic results in the birdcage materialized in mid-air. Firmware, it sequentially fell, crashing through the glass of the crystal tower in the crystal tower's large round window. My word! One assumes the victim's neck was broken upon impact with the tower then. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen. The machine was just too powerful. Honestly, really, I swear, it was an accident, a terrible accident. Unfortunately, that excuse can't save you. No, not concerning the sharp murder weapon that pierced the victim's heart. Murder weapon? What are you saying? This is the outside report submitted by the coroner. A prosecution would like to enter it into the court records. The request is granted, counsel. Alright, also by the victim assassin, his neck was broken upon impact on the from the impact of a violent fall, and he was stabbed in the chest with a sharp object. I was so impressed, I saw the whole ludicrous performance. Alright, so also I have her coroner Courtney Seif. He's the victim, only Osman, male, age 47, nationality British. Time of death, 21st of October, around 2:20 p.m. Cause of hemorrhaging from a wound to the chest that pierced the heart inflicted by a sharp implement. Additional observation, a broken vertebrae may most likely resulting from an impact after a sudden fall from a considerable height. And the only person on the stage with Mr. Osmond, but that the script was the excuse for science. Yes. And really, by all accounts, it must have been him. Odd to think otherwise, really. Very well. Cancel the defense. Proceed with the cross-examination, please. Oh, yes, my lord. I need to focus here. It's been a while. Okay. Hold it. Are you suggesting that because he fell from considerable height? Exactly. Which highlights something else about this whole round business. What's that? The fact that the instantaneous kinetic itself was a success. Ah! After the explosion, the cage with the felon inside suddenly appeared nowhere midair. Although the experiment ended in disaster, the so-called instantaneous kinetics did actually occur. Remind us, Professor, what was the cause of the fatal disaster? Hold it! So the angle of projection is critical, is it? And you calculated it yourself personally? Absolutely, the calculations is far too complicated for anyone but me to carry out. Only, you got it wrong, didn't ya? Yes, that's right, that's the point! The calculations is so complex, even I can make a mistake. Do people fall for that brazen confidence? I should try it. I took into account the subject's height and weight, the wind direction, and ambient temperature. I considered every possible variable, so I just don't understand how this could have happened. Obviously then, you have to include the weight of the clothes Mr. Osmond was wearing at the time, I suppose. Oh! Wrecking comments! The answer should have been free! So much for safety first. The free must be for safety third. Hold it! Another fatal wound, you say? That doesn't make any sense. I didn't think I had to spell out, but here we go. Just because there were 2 fatal wounds doesn't mean I'm saying the victim had 2 lives to lose, does it? Too right. Obviously, at first, we thought the bloke had died due to his spine snapping in half as well. But you're saying that's not the case? You'll get your answer once I'm finished my fish and chips. If you don't keep buttoning in every few seconds. We all know that's the bottomless bag. Victim plummeted 30 feet into the grass tower. It would be reasonable to assume that that's the cause of death. Right! That's what we all thought. But it was a red herring, wasn't it?
Hold it!
The defense knew nothing of this crucial information. The prosecution received this report from the forensics investigation team only this morning. That was the first we knew of it as well. I could only apologize for the impossibility of informing the defense. Sarcastic and insincere. Thanks. So, what was the nature of this sharp object? Among the accused accursed tools that were used at the demonstration, one is of particular interest. This. Ah, yes. That appears some kind of screwdriver. Or window cuts. Ah, there it is. My trusty little companion, Andrew. Andrew? Of course. You know each other already? He's one of my dear friends, like all my tools. I named them all, you know. We're one big happy family. Andrew is my flathead screwdriver, of course. His friend Michael is a crosshead. Oh, flathead and crosshead, sir. Well, it appeared that your beloved Andrew has a red stain on his shank. What? That isn't... It's blood. Beyond all reasonable doubt. No. And that's not all. This long, sharp of the... Sorry. The long, sharp shape of this Andrew fellow is completely consistent with the victim's wound. What? What? Order! Order! The court will enter this friend as the defendant as evidence. Well, let's check the screwdriver. One of Professor Herbrand's tools is the murder weapon. I've seen this unusual handle before. It's the same screwdriver that was lodged in the grill on the floor of the contact machine. Which could be important information. Definitely make a note of it. This is blood, Mr. Osmond's no doubt. This is the problem when looking at murder weapons. Red.
Hold it!
What crimes do you have for saying that? Huh! You really need to ask. There were only two people on that public experimental stage, in front of the whole crowd. The victim, Mr. Osmond, and the accused, Professor Herbrand. And we know for certain that before the experiment, the victim was alive. That's right, I saw him with my own eyes. Furthermore, following the explosion and kinetics, nobody went anywhere near the body. In other words, only someone else on the stage but the victim could have possibly done it.
Excuse me.
Professor Herbrand, do you have some information that may be relevant here? Professor! Oh, sorry. I was just calculating the coefficient of electrolysis to separate molecules in the human body. And to witness that is the best place for that. It seems as though you might have something to say about Inspector Grayson's last remark. Yes, that's right. Of course. He just said no. No else could have done it, didn't he? Yeah, that's right. Who else could have stabbed the victim, eh? I don't know, but there's no way I could have possibly stabbed Mr. Asman as you said. Eh? Explain, please, Professor. Of course, that cold-hearted policeman may not be more, I suppose. But humans are warm-blooded mammals with blood running continuously through the veins. I have heard. Then surely you see, if I plunge someone in the size of Andrew into the man's chest, the whole stage would have been a bloodbath. No, a blood swimming pool. The thousands of learners were watching me at the time. And yet not one of them claimed they have seen a swimming pool of blood. Well, no, I suppose not. See? Not one! True, I didn't see anything like that. Well done, Professor. That was a great counter-argument. Order! Order! Pray forgive the discourtesy if I save your dropped with from my hollow chalice to accompany my old friend's abducting. Here's to you, but oh, you're too kind, Brock. But I'm really not a patch on your. No, you're not. No. You've neglected to mention one crucial possibility. I have? A particular situation in which very little bleeding would result from a stab wound. Ah, of course! Inspector, enlighten the court, please. Yes, sir! Where are they going with this? Very well. You will amend your formal testimony now, Inspector Grayson. Weapon. Oh. The weapon the victim was stabbed with must have left his body while he was beaten through the air.
Hold it!
Why would you think that, Inspector? Any wound, it's only when you pull the weapon out of that perfume bleeding occurs. Whilst it's still being lodged in the body, it acts as a stopper of sort. For want of a better word. I see. You don't need a medical degree to be aware of the facts. It's common knowledge for any investigator. Or it's just something you need her. If you ask me, the bloke must have what he was doing from the view of his body before stabbing Mr. Asman in the chest. And he beamed the victim off the stage with his fancy device. The screwdriver was still where he planted it. I would never do such a thing. Not to my precious tools. I've never used them for such dirty works. You only use tools for the intended purposes. That's common knowledge for any scientist. Back for the remains, the lack of blood at the scene can easily be explained, as the prosecution has demonstrated. It's demonstrated. So that's all the testimony I have to work with. I have no idea if them stop. That changes everything. Did Fancy keep that to himself until now on purpose to gain the advantage? Oh well. I suppose all I can do is press these buttons for as much of the information as possible. I'm going to the statement I wanted there. Okay, that should be it. Alright.
Objection!
Alright. You said that while the weapon remained in the body. There's there's very little bleeding. Is it unequivocal? Unequivocal? Look, there was no blood in the experimental stage, even though that's where the fellow was stabbed. The only explanation for that is if the screwdriver was still in the body, stopping any heavy bleeding. It's common medical knowledge, my learned friend, even on your side of the world. Yes, but about the screwdriver. Thing is, we actually saw them at the scene ourselves, on the experimental stage. What? It was not floored by the wreckage of the machine. Looking through a metal grill. I went to pick it up, but the detective here stopped me. Isn't that right, Inspector Grayson? Ah, well, now that you come to mention it, yes. Inspector, are we to understand that you permit the defense counsel to investigate? That you by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? No! I wouldn't do that. I just let him look, nothing more. I was very clear that he wouldn't touch a thing. Yes, that's true. The screwdriver was in plain sight on the stage. But it shouldn't have been, should it? Well, what are you getting at? If this so happened still in the victim's body when the victim was beamed away by the machine, then it shouldn't have been on the stage. Ah! That's right! It should have been beamed across the Crystal Tower along with Mr. Osmond. And been found still lodged in the victim's chest. Order! How do you explain this, Inspector? I don't... It looks as though everything that the victim had on his person moved with him when he was beamed. As the screwdriver was still in his chest when the instantaneous kinetics occur, obviously that should have been beamed to the demonstration at destination as well. Oh, this is a strange situation. Even though people are saying that this instantaneous kinetics is a scientific impossibility, we're still basing the arguments on the assumption that it did actually take place. All right, and you tighten the screws here, my lord. If the prosecution is unable to explain this inconsistency in its argument, we can only conclude that the testimony given in support cannot be relied on. Van Seek is stumped. You have something to say, witness? Yes, I know it. It bears out. The equation holds. Mr. Naruto, don't worry. But what? By divulging into the details, there is no inconsistency. What? Even if Andrew had been lodged in Mr. Osmond's chest, my chested toes wouldn't have moved. Andrew on the stage is consistent with my calculations. What? What? He screwed himself over. Gotta go eat. It would seem your illusions have been shattered. Clearly, we should hear the accused's explanation. Or should I say, this brilliant scientist's explanation. Just when I found an inconsistency in the prosecution's argument. Scientist. Very well, the defense will testify again. Well, the defendant will testify again. Provide us with the scientific explanation as to why the inconsistency asserted by the defense fails to hold. In the name of Apollo, I will, my lord. To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering data in my research. My hypothesis states the kinetics cannot transport metal, though. Hence, the metal weapons should stay put. In other words, the point just raised from Mr. Harlow isn't an inconsistency at all. Mr. Asimov was a patron of my research. Without him, my work wouldn't have been possible. Now I have a duty to protect the incredible machine that we built together. So, the thrust of your testimony, Professor, is that based upon his hypothesis, metal objects cannot be moved by this method of instantaneous kinetics. In other words, since the screwdriver is made of metal, even if it remained in the victim's chest, it's substantially discovery on the stage, despite the victim being found elsewhere, is not an inconsistency. And therefore, Professor Albert Harang could still have been the killer. My great hypothesis holds, you see. We had to make the kid used to contain the suspect from wood for that very reason. I was not just, witness. Professor Herbert. Yes? Whose side are you on here? I don't take sides, Mr. Naruto. No. My only interest lies in upholding my hypothesis. I am a scientist, after all. Is he working for us or against us? It's hard to tell. Or it's very hard to tell. Let's see how you cross-examine this testimony, my Nipponi friend. Yes! Fire away, Mr. Naruto. Alright. He just shot himself in the foot, so let's stop him from shooting himself even more in the foot, I guess.
Hold it!
Okay. And yet you retort to my argument wasn't lacking in comments in any way. No scientist can find the truth without first finding self-belief. Those were the words of a certain scientist I hold in the very highest esteem. But you realize that disproving my argument puts you in a very precarious position, don't you? No scientist should have strived to protect himself more than he strives to protect the truth. More words of the same good scientist, Words that are causing me a lot of trouble. Who's this scientist? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, Mr. Naruto. But as soon as I remember this magnificent genius' name, you'll be the first to know. It might be worth keeping the names of your idols in mind. You're wasting your breath, my learned friend. This scatterbrain even forgets my name at times. Lord Fancy really did have a friend once. I didn't notice hell freezing over.
Hold it!
Well, hypothesis states it, so this isn't proven then. No, of course not. It's merely a hypothesis. A good one. Based upon thousands of calculations. But it is widely known that metal can't be decomposed by electrolysis. Yes, of course. So I am right. My hypothesis is clearly correct. What is it about incriminating himself that makes this man so happy? It's the whole reason the birdcage was smooth wood, you see. Sorry? The birdcage? Yes, that's what I call the C. Utusa cage, in which Mr. Osmond was placed for the kinetics. Ah, the jail cell in which the victim was detained. It does indeed seem to be made of timber of some sort. I thank you not to refer to it as an instrument of incarnation, my lord. Your lordship. In short, any weapon lodged in the victim when he was beamed away by instantaneous kinetics would have been left behind on the stage of which if it was made of metal, correct? Yes, that's it! Yes! It all fits perfectly with the mathematical model. But the ultimate conclusion then is that the defendant alone had the opportunity to inflict this fatal injury on the victim, is it not? Ah! Oh! Indeed, sir. Someone be me out of this nightmare.
Hold it!
You seem to be pleased by that. Yes, I noticed that my hypothesis holds true. But I sense some sarcasm, Mr. Haru. Are you not pleased? No. I knew it. At the end of the day, I'm the one responsible for Osmond losing his life. The advancement of science is no excuse. I know that. No, you're quite right. Tell the court, did you have a close relationship with Mr. Osmond? Oh, well, no, not really. I mean, I only met him 2 or 3 times. And we only ever discussed my hypothesis on the project. And the research grant, of course.
Hold it!
How did you come to know Mr. Osmond in the first place? A year ago now, a small provincial science journal published a little paper about my work. That's a scientific journal? Good gracious! I didn't need new spectacles. I might have an extraordinary hypothesis and great promise, but at the time, I had no money. I had to eat tiny meals at a tiny little cafe and drink watered down water out of a tiny little glass broth. But Mr. Osmond read the paper and came to visit me at my tiny little lab and offer you money to have fun to work. Exactly! That's exactly what happened. I handled the theoretical side of things, and Mr. Osmond provided me with an engineer for the practical. And the 3 of us produced that fascinating machine together. That machine, the machine that you brought to the Great Exhibition to demonstrate, we had to apply to the government for some sort of inspection to be allowed to exhibit, I think. I didn't understand all that side of things. Mr. Osmond took care of it. He was a wonderful man. Really, I owe him everything.
Hold it!
When you say that you built the machine together, does that mean that you were involved in the construction? In his construction? Yes. Well, not exactly. I'm not good with the practical side of machines myself. The physical construction was done by an engineer. Little remains of your creation now, though. Following the explosion, repairs would no doubt be impossible. Yes, I realize that, but still. If someone were to gather all the broken parts, they could discover the secret of my hypothesis. But Mr. Osmond and I told over that machine for so long. We put our hearts and souls into it. I have to protect our work. So what's left of the machine must be safe. That's only fair because what happened was an accident. That's the extent of the testimony then. Thank goodness for that. I don't want him doing any more damage. He's already basically proven that he's been the culprit. But it seems he really does care about defending his hypothesis. Still, I wonder, what if his hypothesis is just fundamentally flawed? Oh, the classes have it now, don't they?
Objection.
Huh. Professor Herbrin? You say that according to your hypothesis, nothing made of metal can be beamed by instantaneous kinetics using the machine you made. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Spot on. Exactly correct. In that case, I asked you to have a look at this photograph taken at the scene. Wow, I'm messing up a lot. In particular, I'd like you to pay attention to the victim's face. You can clearly see that Mr. Osmond is wearing a pair of spectacles with a metal rim. What? Metal? No! Metal can't... That's not... metal? No! We've already established that the proposed murder weapon, the screwdriver, was found on the stage. However, if your hypothesis correctly predicted that outcome, it should also predicted that the metal rim spectacles would be found in the same place. Ah! My hypothesis! My hypothesis! Professor Herbrin, this isn't easy for me to say, but your hypothesis is clearly flawed. Ah! Order! 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 Counsel, what is the implication of this? If, on the then question, the alleged instantaneous kinetics never actually took place, then it's entirely possible that the victim was killed somewhere else somewhere other than on the stage. If that's, and in that case, someone other than the vendor could have been the culprit. But my hypothesis is sound. I proved it that day. The experiment was a success. The experiment was proof of all my work. If I can say something here, in my capacity as a fellow of the Royal Society, yes, you're number 4. Go ahead. As a man of science, there's one thing I simply cannot abide. And that's a fraud who pretends to be a fellow man of science. What? Wait! Great Scott! Are you suggesting my science is suspect? It's just been disproven, hasn't it? In front of us all. In other words, the whole demonstration was complete nonsense from start to finish. Believe me, my fellow jurors, when I tell you that this man is a heel, a bounder and a fraud. I say the wreckage of that. What though? Newspaper. I say the wreckage of that machine should be stripped down and thoroughly examined. No, never. That machine is the essence of my entire hypothesis. It's protected by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. What the devil is this blessed act all about, eh? Who made up such a daft rule? I don't like the way this seems to be going. What's the best way for me to help the professor? I don't know. I might just raise an objection. Let's see where we go.
Objection.
Okay. Professor Halpern has yet to perfect his invention. That seems to be the case, yes. But even so, what? Going to such troubles to expand to create a fake machine to display in public. He would have absolutely no reason to do such a thing.
Objection.
He had an obvious reason to do exactly that. For the research grant money. If the government was foolish enough to deem this mass reckless notion plausible, him and his compatriots would have received a handsome sum indeed. Conspirators! What would be the value of such a grant? £10? You're an order of magnitude, madame. £500 a year. You could live on some of that much for years. The society noticed an increase of bogus public demonstrations in the field of science recently. And plenty of scientists argue with each other to get the largest slice of the funding cake. Let's use this guy. People's greed is plenty motion for murder, I assure you. No, I haven't deceived anyone, least of all the government. My hypothesis is sound. The science is sound. Please, you must believe me.
Objection.
No matter how unbelievable this hypothesis may seem to you, ladies and gentlemen, the fact remains that the victim was transported instantly to the Crystal Tower, which means that the experiment was a success. Barack! And therefore, the only person who could possibly have committed the murder is the accused. Barack. Where is this heading? I have no idea. My lord, if I may. Yes, Lord Fansix. The prosecution would like to summon a new witness to the stand. New witnesses? What would be the nature of their involvement? They were spectators of the demonstration at the exhibition who were occupied the special seats. Eyewitnesses? Very well. The court grants the prosecution's request. I should very much like to hear from eyewitnesses to the incident. The prosecution's stance is clear. The experiment is no postage. The accused killed the financier victim on the public stage before the very eyes of the spectators. Now, my learned friend. Oh, yes? It's time for you to make your own stance clear. There's clearly a flaw in the professor's hypothesis. I can definitely see that. But where does that leave me? We should take a short recess now. During which time the prosecution will prepare its new witness to take the stand. As you wish, my lord. Good. In that case, court is adjourned for 20 minutes. Alright. Well, we still got time. We'll move as much as we can. We're in trial part 2, by the way. October, 10:44 a.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Mr. Naruhodo. What on earth are you playing at just now? Or rather, what on earth were you playing at all? Were you playing it all along? My hypothesis, my amazing hypothesis. You've been picking holes in it from the start. Ah, sorry about that. But you promised me. You said you proved that that explosion was an accident, not murder. You said you'd keep my precious affection from falling into anyone else's hands. But all you've done so far is trying to undermine me. Yes, I did make you a promise. You're right. I said that I believe in you and fight for your freedom to the very end. But I also told you that I'm no scientist. I don't understand your hypothesis. The fact is, there is an undeniable flaw in your logic, isn't there? Oh, but if I just run through the equations, yes, you see, it's because my work is incomplete. Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence, didn't he? Oh. Oh no! You're right. You're so right. It's all my fault. And I have no right to blame you for my failures. I'm a disaster. Not just a scientist, but as a human being. Well, that might be a little over the top. And while we're on the subject, what about Brock? He's being awful. Claiming his own universe friend to be a murderer, you mean? He's the disaster. Not just as a prosecutor, but as a human being! Oh, but no, wait! He's the Reaper, isn't he? Perhaps he's not classified as Homo sapien anymore. We'll let that clear it up. Can I double check something with you? Ah, yes! What? The machine and demonstration you prepared. They were based entirely on your hypothesis, I presume. There was no trickery involved. I drew the plans for the machine with my own hands. Every line is painstakingly drawn with the firm belief that science is the only future. So, it's true that my hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet, but please, Mr. Hurd, you must believe in it. Alright, Professor. I understand. Counsel, defendant! Prosecution's witnesses are ready to take the stand. Court is about to be in session again. Make your way into the courtroom, please. It all hinges on that demonstration. If the professor's hypothesis is sound as he claims, it leaves him as the only person who could possibly have killed the victim. But on the other hand, Mr. Sholmes was adamant. A practical implications, such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition, is quite impossible. So really, what am I trying to prove here? "23rd of October, 11 AM. The Old Bailey courtroom. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court. Counsels of the defense and prosecution, are you ready for the new witness to testify? Prosecution is ready, my lord. As is the defense, my lord. So, Lord Fanseek, I believe these next witnesses saw the demonstration on the day in question with their own eyes. Indeed, they did. And as luck would have it, one of them is a police detective. So the testimony we are about to hear can be considered highly reliable. Perfect! A detective of all people. The prosecution's stance remains unchanged. Though it ended in tragedy, the demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. And consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed this act of murder. Yeah, I'm messing up quite a bit. Is the only other individual to have been present on the stage at the time the accused. Thank you, counsel. The prosecution position is clear. So, bring forth your witnesses now. Aleph, show the witnesses in. The witnesses whose proximity to the incident on the day in question will clarify the truth unequivocally. One Spanish stability. Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court to hear. My name is Pazun Lun. I am the impresario of all the hot air balloons in the vicinity of the experimental stage. My name is Wilhelm Rochreich Sigismund Ormustern. I am completely butchered that name. I have come to see great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia. Hey, got a bullet in court. I'm very rich. Inspector Gino Lesseray, Scotland Yard. I'm a great detective. Even Sherlock Holmes agrees. I was on security duty at the exhibition, and I got to go up in one of them balloons. It was amazing. You know, again. She did mention that she's seen the disaster from up in the balloons, actually, didn't she? And she clearly loved every minute of it. There were 3 balloons flying near the public experimental stage when the incident occurred. 2 of these witnesses were in one such balloon at the time and saw the events unfold from the skies above. Can you make a sound? I mean, like they were in the clouds. It was only an altitude of 60 feet. Very low. Alright, this is real. Well, you can't see nothing if you're flying too high. High, can ya? 60 feet. But 18 meters then. Thank you for your introductions. Now, you will give your formal testimony for the court. Kindly describe exactly what you witnessed, especially those of you who have a vantage point from above the stage. As vantage point above the stage, but I might as well. I ended up adding some more in. The view from 60 feet up. It was an incident terrible. I'm only grateful that my balloon was not damaged. Incontinent. Okay, fair enough. New word for me, I guess. Or one that I've actually seen being spelled out, not was hard. There's this huge bang from the stage, and then the next second, another bang from the skies above beside us. And from a misty smoke, a cage appears out of nowhere. Cage, it fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower. I didn't get a good look from inside the cage, but no one went near it after it crashed into the tower. A most extraordinary collective amount, I must say. Could I just clarify something? There's a detail in the witness testimony that I've not heard any mention until now. Specifically, there were 2 explosions? That there were 2 explosions. More precisely, 2 explosions in 2 separate places, yes. When the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around here. There were other balloons in the air nearby at the time, carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Then, as the power was applied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurs. The so-called bird cage that contain the victims disappear from the stage, and a moment later, the second explosion occurred directly adjacent to the balloon and carrying the witnesses. The bird cage appeared at the site of the explosions, essentially to plummet down onto the crystal tower. I was very surprised. Suddenly, the cage appeared before my eyes. The person inside. The blast was so hot, but I didn't want to miss the scene, so I kept my eyes wide. I still have lots of money. Precisely, who is this curious infant? I'm told he is a young noble of the Bohemian royalty. Apparently, he disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed into the Great Expedition. Yeah, I'm here in London on the sightseeing trip with my elementary school. We will have the benefit of the child's point of view in the testimony. We really need that. Since I even know I'm asked, this is what I look like. Ah, yes, I see. A delightful face, I'm sure. Yeah, everyone says so. Great disguise, then. The point is, the testimony of these witnesses further substantiates the facts for the court. Namely, that despite ending in an explosion, instantaneous kinetics was successfully demonstrated. And furthermore, that until the arrival of the police, no one approached the crystal tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused, who was with Mr. Asmin on the stage, could possibly have committed the murder. Hey, Engine! Hope you're having a good day. I'm doing good, how are you doing? Okay. Well, thank you for shooting the matter. It's quite clear. So the defense crossing the nation eye, please. Yes, my lord. Oh, that's good to know. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Right. I'm actually on the base about that one. Yeah. I'm more debating about that one for me and my one. Because I already have the shiny of the legendary. I don't know where I should try to catch one in game or not. Also, I just noticed he's got his hat has fire. His hat is a hot air balloon. So there are 3 balloons flying around the experimental stage at the time, it's not. Oh, it's a triple one. See all 3 of them. By Belismine Bambani? I mean, we just met this guy. He was operating the hot air balloons. Okay, 10 points. Nice. Wow. Oh, that's just rubbing it in. What is it? Oh, hold up. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh. Don't worry, I got it. Oh, he came up and dead. Wow. Didn't even notice that little correction. Okay. Oh, so we've already got a ball yeet. Oops.
Hold it!
We might get another ball yeet. Oh. We might, like I said, we might get another one soon. I think it was like during us trying to discuss a hypothesis, he just eats the bottle. I also think he is his chalice as well. Oh.
That's Peter.
Oh, hello.
Excuse me.
She's the Joy-Cons, I guess. Okay. For this time. Oh. Oh, Grossenreich is Sigishmod or Miss Stern. I think that's German. Let me actually see if that is. I'm curious. Well. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I also just double check. Character from another from a Sherlock Holmes novel. Just yeah. Ah. Okay. This may be based off the scandal of Bohemia from Sherlock Holmes, one of Sherlock Holmes' books. Yeah. Huh. Oh, okay. I missed that while I was checking out that Sherlock Holmes book. I saw. Do you? Yeah, I think Gothier is German. This one. Perfect, Gina. Okay, look. Green, blue. Ah, got it. Oh. Yeah. That's... Okay. Well, let's get it. Yeah! The new testimony is... This was not this guy that exploded. This was a German balloon that was next to ours at the time.
Hold it!
I probably butchered that German. The German pronunciation star. Oh, that's a fighting. Those are fighting words there. Huh. Oh. Hello? What did I just witness? What? Wow. I see. So because this testimony was audit, I'm assuming that might have to be presented with something. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. I might have to raise that Jackson, then he might do it.
Hold it!
Okay. Poor guy, indeed. Oh yeah. Right. No. Okay. Hmm. So I think this may be the thing we need percent. So what's your percent? Wait.
Objection!
Damn it! Might be. Oh! Oh! We have to accept the penalty given. Oh dear. Yeah, okay. Ah. Oh, you. I only mean. Most likely. Oh, right. This is the. Oh, hey! There's a. I don't know. One gas company. And someone lost their cat. I tried pretending some of them messed up. Okay. So I think it's this statement here feels like it's the one. It's definitely this crossbow. Hmm. Yeah, it's not this guy that exploded. No, that fits in the description. That seems fine. Oh yeah, it does, and does not help that we conveniently found this crossbow. Good. We'll just have to. It's a crossbow. This is a. I conveniently literally learned about it today. I'm not sure how it becomes a crossbow, but it's a crossbow. Okay. It's definitely not it. Guns are a thing in this game. How if I know?
Objection!
Not the mop. Okay. Well, it's based off some sort of scientific stuff. It's very scientific on O. Okay. Not that.
Objection.
I think I may be going the wrong... Yeah, I think I'm on the wrong tracks here. So I'm trying to... Okay, so hold on, so... So she's banging the sky, and then a second under bang beside the sky. Banging the sky besides us. No, not that. Okay. Maybe I have to press more again. I'll try that.
Hold it.
Usually we'll just go back to square one and just kind of figure it out. Because then there may be more information than we're just missing.
Hold it.
Did the other three, so it's just the last, these first two. If you get nothing, then we are going to have to try to figure this one out. Yeah, it seems to be. Hold on. Possibly. No, what did you say there? In it? That's 20th century. Oh, yeah, I reckon. Wow. Possibly. Nope. So it is this. Our only two options is the screwdriver. Possibly.
Objection.
Well, that was a stupid decision to make. Let's reload and try again. It's definitely not statement. It feels like that statement is... Oh no. No. Oh. Oh, thank God, not this time. Normally, it's something I overlooked in the evidence. Thankfully, this time, not the case. I didn't overlook anything this time. I tried to look, but doesn't seem to point at anything. Check on this side, it's the same.
Hold it.
Yeah, it seems to be. But there's another thing here, so might be something. Okay. Use that for let's check that. Check the green side, nothing popped up. I'm gonna take a quick look and see what the things are saying. I feel like an idiot though. I feel the answer's in front of me and I just don't know what. There's definitely an answer somewhere. Yeah. What the? Let me just... Oh, right. We reloaded so the game had to re-acknowledge it. Let's just... Let's re-examine the crossbow. So we'll look at everything back from scratch and see where we can see. This... Oh, that photo backs it up. I feel like I said, I feel like there's something we're missing here, and I'm not... I'm out. Alright, I'm gonna take a little snippet look here. That's what I would just use. This, let me just... Oh, right. Oh. I think I miss. Oh, the return. Oopsie. Actually, no, this. I think I know how to sneak in here. There's a better case, but yeah, that's essentially it. So this would be the key.
Objection.
Okay, not. Stop. Okay, it mentions... Okay, I've clearly missed something, because apparently, yes, we're meant to point that balloon being... That part being a balloon. Yeah, I'm clearly missing something on this. This is clearly meant to be a balloon piece, but I've not been able to identify it as a balloon. Yeah, it's supposed to. Apparently it backfired. Okay. Oh, damn. 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 Yeah, we had it right. The right evidence.
Objection!
Wrong statement. Because the yeah, I was saying, like, it was something there I just overlooking. Yep. Ah. I feel like an idiot. The balloons got popped. And got.
Objection!
Awesome. Maybe. It's to her, but there's more to this than meets the eye. So we're basically elevating this to the teleportation ended up with the balloon causing it to explode. Look at the top of his hat. Yeah, I'm a bit confused, but I'm just also more enjoying this hat. Can this be confirmed as a... No, this has to be confirmed for courts. Not sure that was to be savage or him having fun. Sure. No pause. Alright.
Objection!
Okay. Kill me. That? Well, then that would mean that there was a fourth balloon. Where did that fourth balloon comes from then? Okay. This testimony is known as Mr. Loon's Balloons. Oh, we get this music, so this might be the last one of this trial. Liar, every... I said, Baffa. Whose loon is no liar? Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. All three of my balloons were carrying passengers. Fell to the ground in an explosion. What a catastrophe! Okay. Can't get rid, but you can't get away from the fact that a burnt up bit of cloth was found at the scene, can ya? The copper of the hour reckon it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage. A silver run. And Gezo was mistaken. My balloon have the red and blue zigzag stripes anyway. Okay, so is there another balloon? It's not the one blowing. See? Exactamente. You saw a balloon in the first place. Send it. Okay. Don't need to put up a fight with a balloon. With the balloons. Let the balloons are okay. Aren't the ones to be proved innocence here. Well, at least for right now. And yet the child still buys the balloon. Okay. Okay, so just... Yeah. You dead. I wonder where we can. Check make sure that becomes a balloon. You get to change Evan's name.
Hold it!
I really want to get that changed to a balloon piece art. Nope. Still runs on the Shrooms' logic. Oh, yeah, for something else. Ignore. Okay. That's a good boy. Oh, that's good. No. Ah. Interesting. I'm assuming I was meant to say war, so I think I was meant to be the case. Possibly. We'll see.
Hold it!
Okay. Un idiota. What? Yeah, okay, so hot air balloons work on the principles of hot air being less dense than cold air. Whereas gas balloons derive their lift by using gas that is lighter than air. Huh. I actually didn't know there was there was two different of Herbalines. Or may have not have noticed. Or may have forgotten. Because I've never... No, I don't think I've ever heard of gas balloons at all. I've also heard about her. Also, balloons popped again. What about the balloons right here in the courtroom? They popped. Okay, so yeah. I guess so. Okay. This maybe. Huh. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Yes, that is true. And I have no idea if they were planning. Oh, then maybe the green one. Yeah, okay. I'm picking some stuff up here, but maybe too far off. What if I wouldn't put a pass there as well?
Hold it!
Yeah. I guess, thank God. I guess as times progress, you learn better use the better gas. For Grayson. Yeah. Okay.
Hold it!
Oh, sure. Oh, okay. Hold on. The question. Not? There have been recreational balloon fights over Hyde Park. Why are balloon fights just the point of this here? Yeah. Hold on! Excuse me!
Excuse me.
Okay. I'm... This makes sense. Oh. Another balloon! Yeah. Okay. What is... What? Oh. Oh. Everybody is on this reaction. The balloon. Oh. No. So just... That's this kid's really excited in this one. It's black and white. Sure, actually. For a kid. Who's sitting cry? That is. Well, we don't have the picture, fortunately. I stand corrected. Yeah, actually, that looks like a distinct color. Ooh, hold on. There's something being shot. And it's being shot in the smoke. Oh, I think I know where that is. That's awesome. Oh, hold on. That's a completely different angle. Sure. Hold on. Maybe smoke from like some covering it? Actually, that's a good. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ooh. A flying fig. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. I got. Right, let's see if, because we now have new evidence. Okay, so... Wow. I've told somebody I think they've experienced a few crashes at some point, randomly. Oh, crap. Wait. That balloon has no stripes!
Objection!
Damn it! Yeah.
Objection!
Okay, that's not the... Okay. One, oh!
Objection!
Damn! Nope. Okay. Ah. Yeah. Go on. Let me double check something here.
Objection!
Prop. I think that one might be important. Hold on. All three religion kind of prejudice. Oh crap, I'm an idiot. If I can know what went wrong, let's reload and try again. All three of my balloons were carrying passengers. If they fell to the ground explosion, what a catastrophe. There's a very obvious contradiction right this on this point, and even I overlooked it. This is a balloon, which probably would be there, and there's no passengers on that thing.
Objection!
Yep, I overlooked it. Okay. Yeah. Tell. Well then. I guess we need to go learn about this balloon.
Objection!
Okay, look, I can't take that balloon part of that seriously if it's going with a panned out like that. Nice. You okay? Yeah. Okay. Stage for floating car. No passengers. Sadly floating.
Objection!
Okay. I'm saving because I feel like we're gonna have to do something here real soon. I like no one's actually bothering. There's more.
Objection!
Okay. And I think I pieced together it.
Objection!
Oh. The cause. Okay. Ah, we found the cross. Yeah, arrow in the crossbow. We're figuring something. Uh,
Objection!
it's very convenient that we found out the crossbow. Okay.
Take that!
Oh, okay. That's right. This. Look, you'll notice there's a bright white line appeared at the burling. Oh. I mean, they don't know about the crossbow yet. We just conveniently found that. Yep. Like an arrow. Someone gets it! Okay.
Objection! Objection!
Yep. Present it, man! May I present you a crossbow? Interest. Oh, yeah. An arrow fire from a crossbow. Yeah. Order, order. Okay. Yeah, the looks like the balloon explodes. Here we have to use a gun. I don't even know the question. Or is it just... Ah, yeah, because I don't think silence were invented at this point in time. So to have a silence shot in this would be a bow and arrow. Or a crossbow in this case. Huh. Yeah, so the bow would be the best one, yeah. Although I think realistically, a normal travelable maximum distance is like 20 yards at best. May hold. Yeah.
Objection!
Okay. I'm starting to think. There's a lot of questions to this. Bows with normal bow, no, because I think bow smacks distance up high. Probably best, I think, 10 feet? Maybe a good archery shot? Well, 10 feet high, distance is different. I have a feeling we're going to have to do something here. And while we're doing this, Sholmes is figuring out another mystery. Oh. What? Yeah. The horse was bolted. Oh, that's an expression I've never heard. I haven't really heard. Engagement. Ah. Well, let's cherish that illusion.
Objection!
Well, we have one way to prove this. There is a magician in the courtroom, after all, I believe. Okay. That's, crap. Oh, more magician! Yeah. Some of the session, yeah. Oh. So we oh, okay. Yeah. So,
Objection!
yeah. This is a very confusing thing. Mission. Mixture ratio. Okay. Flames are rarely filled with pure hydrogen, but the mixture of other gases such as... Ah, there we go! Actually brings some helium. Where'd you get into that part of the science? Helium on its own doesn't explode, but by controlling the gas mixture ratio, explosion force can be altered. Probably would have burns. That must be avoidable. So we're hit. I mean, to figure out more of this. Oh. Sure. Right, we had just proved. Yeah. Also. We also just prove our defendant is innocent. Huh. Oh no. Don't. No, don't you dare. No! Game so far! Order! Order! Order!
Objection!
We just cleared your name, man! Oh. All this to protect this hypothesis? Okay. I think someone's gonna eat it. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is not a good spot. Brit. Yep. I don't know. I never explained it. Oh. I feel like I have to make a choice, and I don't like this. I really don't like this part. It is. I'm gonna. Imagine no one checking this. Oh. Let's get correct. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's stick with conjuring trick. There's no right answer to that. What was I give? Not the question. Kind of. Hi, Susanna-san. Oh. I just got yeeted in the courtroom. Oh my god, it's a substitution for the wine eat. Yeah. Okay, just have fun with that, I guess. Although, right. Hope that whole thing's go well then. Huh. Interesting. Hey! Yeah, I can understand. You guys just want to take down on the bottle yeet. Like, I think it's our second bottle yeet this stream. That's for you. Okay, so it's current. Nice. I see. I've had searchings. Oh yeah, he seems concerned. Oh. Sure. That crossbow is related to the case! Yeah, seems to be on the taller thundering straight. Apparently he saw somebody with a cross, but the crossbow we just presented. Come on, go. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, wow, I really hope you get that one. Arr! Here. Right, I'm in the of the nosh there, butter. Wait, the magician and the scientist, man. Yeah. Now there's how to switch to here. The man's an abomination. Not a name any hunter switches to here. Oh dear. This is the first. There are talks of other flamboyant experiments that turned out to be nothing but stitch trickery. I think there's also out there coming. The magicians are in need of money. I have heard them resort tactics. Is the man with experience of such things have mentioned a roach strapper's name. Remove an engineer on the... Oh, dear. Oh, this is... That's a thing. Shit. Poor guy. Poor her brain. Possibly? I mean, I'll give Herbrand some props. He devoted himself to his hypothesis and getting it done. It's unfortunate that he met a person who is good at deception. Poor guy. Herbrand's pretty much ends in this whole thing. Oh. It was... Poor guy. This doesn't help. Busy really hammers it into. Yeah. I assume there are actually two people, but one's kind of dead and the other we don't know. Alright. I guess I know what we're doing next time. Oh. Oh. So we're basically back to square. No, we're not fully back to square one. We're back a few stats, but we're not. It's fine. Oh. Where are we going from here? Please be sensible in this one. Oh, okay. So much emotions per run for that. Yeah. He's got a few screws loose. We'll just tighten them up soon. Yeah. He's got good intentions, just bad situation, just bad turn of events. Yeah. I think our one of our most sane defenses one is Gina at least. So that's a bar we can work with. Well then. That being said, let's get a little bit of a reunion going here. Iris! Freaking nerd. I could make a joke here, but I'm not gonna bother with it. Hopefully. Ah. That's lucky. That's kind of heartwarming. Kind of actually heartwarming. Oh, that's a good point. Ah. Back in London. Oh dear. Well, that is a lot to work with for this trial. Well, you know, this adventure. We are now on Investigations Part 2? Yes. And I think that will be a nice little place to wrap up. So we will kick things off right back with the investigation part. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you all have a good day. Hope it's a good week. We will be back on this maybe on Wednesday. Something's happening Wednesday for me now, so we're gonna have to kind of work with that, I guess. I'll just see how things go Wednesday. Don't know if not Wednesday, then Monday. So, who is this mysterious extra person? Come on, I got his name already. What is up with the wax museum's mysterious missing wax model? What about the crossbow and the murder and everything? I guess tune in next time? I really should work on making things inside for these. Anyway, like I said, next time it's investigation time. We'll learn more of this in the long run. With that being said, I hope you have a good day, hope you have a good week, and I will see you all next time. Bye!